Gravel is taking the world of drop bar bikes by storm. More and more dyed in the wool. Road riders are venturing away from tarmac and onto the dirt. It opens up a world of opportunity, adventure and fun. So why limit ourselves to drop handlebars and narrow gravel tyres? And it's a good point, because every time we release a video about gravel riding, we have at least 37 comments saying, why don't you just ride XC mountain bike? So here I am, in the woods, ready to do just that. Luckily though, well, Navilia have been brave enough to lend me their brand new XC bike. So this is my full suspension, sub 10 kilo Erta SLR. What I want to find out is, can a roadie's fitness outperform an XC mountain biker? So I've invited GMBN's fittest, leanest and fastest presenter, Max Payne.
Come on guys, it's Richard, not Max.
Yeah, sorry Rich mate. So today I'm taking on Rich from GMBN over a short cross-country loop. It'll take about 20 minutes, I hope, with plenty of climbing and some technical trails as well. Now Rich is really good, it goes without saying. He was a top enduro rider and he also raced some cross-country too. And rumour has it, well, he does keep himself fit and he owns some Lycra. Right, let's see what this baby's all about, shall we? So it's fair to say I could do with a bit more practice, but more importantly, some advice, so I don't end up in a bush again. How do you translate a lifetime of road riding to off-road? I could do with an XC Legend. Unfortunately, we couldn't get hold of an XC Legend, so instead, we've got Sai. No, to be fair to him, he's not just slightly over the hill. Very average ex-pro road rider. Sai actually has a long history of very average mountain bike results too. Back in the mists of time, he was a pro on the British national team, racing World Cups and World Championships for many years before swapping onto the tarmac.
Thanks.
Sai, I can really do with some advice, mate.
I can see, mate, I can see. Anyway, this is going to be brilliant, mate. I can't wait. We're going to go back to basics, right? You've got experience. We can all see that from today. But also, anyone with a GCN Plus subscription has seen you tackling the descent of the world's largest volcano. But for the benefit of anyone watching, we'll go back to basics and start from there, okay? Now, you go get yourself cleaned up, mate, so you don't put people off.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I just got a tissue.
Right, James, first up, let's talk about your bike, okay? You've got a beauty to start mountain biking on, that's for sure. A lot of things are going to be familiar to you as a roadie on here. So we've got super light carbon frame, we've got carbon wheels, we've got a one-piece carbon bar and stem. Nice and wide though, to give you loads of control. You've got 29er wheels on here, so same diameter as your road wheels, but you've obviously got big fat tyres on here now, which you'll want to run about 22 PSI, okay?
Not the, I think I have 40 in it.
Yeah, not 40 PSI.
Okay.
Now, you've got suspension, front and back, okay? So this Willier Erta has 100mm front and back, which is great, okay? So it's gonna make it faster, it's gonna make it more efficient, and it's particularly good for roadies because we're not used to being bumped around when we're trying to get the power out. So this is a good thing. You do have a lockout lever though, so this switch up here will lock out both front and rear suspension.
I was wondering what that was. Thought I wouldn't touch it.
No, you never know what a lever might do.
Yeah.
But in this case, you probably don't want to touch it. I would leave it open most of the time because the suspension platform here is so efficient that there's no real disadvantage to having it open, but you will just go faster on anything bumpier than tarmac, basically. But it's there for if you do want to get out of the saddle and you are on smooth stuff. So that's a good thing. But generally speaking, full suspension means that you can ride faster, you've got more traction, you're more efficient. It's a very, very good thing. Now, lastly, position on the bike. It's a very modern cross-country bike this, so it's nice and long. It's also got a short head tube, so you can get long and stretched out, so like your road position, but it's also really good for riding technical stuff too, okay? So the bike's a little bit longer, it's good.
Make me nice and agile.
Yes.
I like it. Right, I think I'm ready.
No, I don't think you are ready.
No?
No, I mean, we've talked through your bike. Should we talk through how you ride it?
Yeah, I think that'd be wise.
Okay.
Oh.
Next up, James, you.
Body
your,
position.
Your body, okay? The biggest difference is between road and mountain bike, aside from the fact that one's on tarmac and one's on dirt, is those bumps that we just talked about, and also the gradients, much steeper up and down. So what it means is you need to be prepared to move your body around on the bike a lot, okay? For some reason, roadies always look really stiff when riding mountain bikes. So you just kind of need to be loose, you know?
Okay.
So you often sort of find like sort of mountain bikers sort of doing this before they ride. I think it's to sort of try and get in the groove. You know?
I think I've got it.
You do look like you got. You look like you're gonna be natural at this.
Okay.
Now, even with that plush suspension, you still need to be absorbing the bumps with your arms and with your legs, okay? And you need to be prepared to move your body as the trail dictates. So totally different to the road, where it's like, I want to ride out the saddle now, I'm gonna sit in the saddle now. Here, the trail kind of tells you what to do. Now, when it is bumpy and technical like this, you want to be out the saddle, kind of crouched over the bike, pedals level, absorbing those bumps, not stiff, but they're also not like limp, like a piece of spaghetti, you know? So you've got to kind of cushion the bike, keep it under nice control, and move it around more than you think, probably. That's like the biggest difference between a novice and someone like Rich, is that they move the bike around quite a lot when you watch him. So that's key.
I think I've got it. It's a bit nerve-wracking, isn't it, seeing the gnarliness of the trail, but do you mind if I give it a go?
No, mate, just make sure you practice at the top, okay?
What? Do you know what? I think I've got that. I think I'll leave that bit to you. I think I've got loosey hips, loosey goosey.
Looking pretty good, actually. Weird sound effects. Not sure whether they were intentional or accidental. Mate, looking good. Like looking proper good down there.
Thanks, mate.
I reckon you could maybe still like loosen off the arms a little bit, but that was looking proper good.
So a bit more loosey.
Yeah, a little bit, but your position looked great. You were
It's
nice
quite
and low.
nerve-wracking though. I've got to say, like when you're just like letting go a bit, but I think the more I do it, the more confident I'll get to like loosen
Sure,
up.
man, absolutely.
One more go.
Go on then.
Right, mate. Just getting clipped in. There we go.
Whoa! Okay, Hank, last fundamental skill, another big difference is that off-road's so unpredictable compared to road. So you always need to really look where you're going to find the best place to ride, to the best line, which is normally a combination of factors. It's a combination of the shortest line, the grippiest line, and the smoothest line, okay? And there's no kind of constants. Every trail is different, so there is no racing line like you get on the road. But by looking ahead, you can kind of scout it out and avoid the big technical stuff, or set yourself up for the right corner and things like that. The faster you go, the further ahead you need to look.
I guess that also helps to avoid things like trees.
Yeah, well, that's a good point, actually. Don't look at stuff you want to avoid. Think trees have like a tractor beam. If you look at them, pretty sure you'll hit it. So
Why do you say that?
Yeah, no, look at the line. And actually, it's really important around corners as well. Just like on the road, actually. If you look around the corner as you're going around, you can go through a lot faster, and it's exactly the same off-road too.
All right, so it's a combination of looking where you're going, finding out your advance, and then feeling the terrain and then putting it together.
Basically, yeah, mate.
Makes sense.
Totally.
Here we go.
Should we go for a ride?
Let's go for a ride.
Try and keep that power output smooth, mate. Smooth as you can. Fair play, Hank, mate. You were going down there pretty quickly by the end.
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot more confident, it has to be said. I think more time on the bike as well really helps.
Yeah.
And also just kind of learning the terrain, because it's a bit slippy today. So I kind of like am testing it a little bit, but as you can see, not trying to take it too far.
Yeah.
But I definitely enjoyed following you more than being the one who's being followed.
Yeah. As in following my line and then knowing that you got that traction, you will get round.
Yeah, and I think it's more just, I don't have to think about the line I'm taking. So I'm trusting in you as you know, the pro, and I'm kind of just following your line and trusting that the line you're taking is one, the fastest and the most got the most grip. So I've definitely felt a difference in the speed that we were taking through there, through that track, where I was just able to just gain a lot more speed, a lot more confidence, because it just takes the guessing game out of it.
It does. You know? The one thing I notice from following you is that because you've got so much power, because you are so fit, that you can actually carry a lot of speed into stuff that, you know, most mountain bikers aren't going to be as strong as you are. So you've almost got to back off sometimes. And know that if you go into a corner a little bit slower, you're probably going to come out faster. And so it's that, and it'll also mean that you then conserve your energy a little bit better, because you won't constantly be doing like 500 watts, 0 watts on the brakes, 500 watts. You know, if you just ride a little bit smoother perhaps and just knit it all together. And
that'll ultimately be the fastest.
Yeah, I think over the course of this lap, that'll really help you pull back time on Rich, or gain time, thinking positively. He doesn't stand a chance, mate.
Team GCN.
Hey, I could always sabotage his bike, Hank.
Mate, do that, quick, now.
Who's your money on, guys?
Me, obviously.
Yeah, and my money's on Hank.
Thanks, mate.
Is it?
No, not in a million years.
What do you mean, no?
Mate, look at the state of you already. I was just trying to go round once.
Lean mean.
He's had some tips now, Rich. You watch out, mate. You watch out. Right, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll crack on.
Good stuff. Rich, you go first. Hank, 2 minutes later.
2 minutes?
Well,
Right.
you don't want to catch him, mate,
Nah,
because otherwise you'll. It's hard to get past in some of these narrow
Just
trails.
crank my shoes up, maximum power output now.
Oh, God.
Right, you
Quite
ready?
nervous.
3,
I'm ready.
2, 1, go.
Oh, nice start. A bit weird. Hey, boy! Not aero though, is he?
No, he's not aero.
Right, slightly slower, clipping in. There we go, he's in.
You're right.
Sorry, dude. Thanks, mate. Whoa.
Come on, keep going to the finish. Oh, gosh. Right, guys. You feeling confident, Hank?
Pretty confident, Clean lap.
Feeling
You
confident?
stayed on this time?
Just
To start.
Feeling confident?
Yeah, I'm feeling confident.
All right. Hank,
Yeah.
18:02.
Nice.
Woo! Woo, pretty
That's like a
happy.
good bench. That's a good time round here. Yeah.
Under 20 minutes.
Yeah.
17:30.
Oh!
Fair one,
Crushed
boy.
it, mate.
That was
Crushed it.
a hell of a ride.
Nice,
that.
mate. Nice. Gave me a run for my money there.
Well, yeah, not quite close actually. To be fair to Hank,
Yeah.
it's not bad.
Yeah,
but,
not bad at all.
But yeah, fair play, Rich.
Thank you
Not-
very
Not
much.
just technique, but clearly some fitness as well. So yeah, fair play, mate.
Thank you very much.
That's rapid, and well, I mean, you've let yourself down, you've let the team down, and I think you've let road riders down everywhere. To
wow.
see. So yeah, maybe just go and have a think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
Oh, God. To be fair, I don't think I'd have heard the end of it from the boys at GMBN if I didn't take the win.
That is a very good point. Very
Yeah.
good point. No, that was good, mate. You did yourself proud.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Anyway, next time. Oh, what a day. Got to say, I'm pretty knackered, smashing it around on an XC bike. But what the difference is, and how can I compare it between a gravel bike and an XC bike? And I've got to say, I felt a lot more confident having the wider bars, especially on the berms and those tight technical bits through the trees. And then when it came to the rough stuff and the drop-offs, having that suspension, it was just a lot more comfortable. I'd be kind of bouncing off the saddle if I was riding a gravel bike there, and I definitely wouldn't be as quick. But has gravel bikes got its place? Absolutely. But I've got to say, I love jumping on an XC bike every now and again. And maybe I'm going to have to take up Richard Payne for a rematch. I'm going to have him for GCN. One day. Watch this space.
That's it then from us. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. And do you know what? If you want to see some wheels leaving the ground intentionally, Hank,
Thanks for reminding the viewers.
then come on over to GMBN. But guys, thanks for having me on.
Cheers, Rich, for coming. Thank you very much. And
Well, we're not
yeah,
that
thanks.
happy that he came, are we?
Well, you're not. Thank you to Will here as well for lending us two amazing bikes.
Yeah.